As Sam continued his journey, he encountered a new challenge in the form of a group of powerful gargoyles. These creatures were not like any he had encountered before. They were massive, with wings spanning 30 feet or more and skin as hard as diamond. The gargoyles were fiercely territorial, and they had claimed a vast swath of land as their own. They had driven away all who dared to approach, and they seemed to relish in the destruction they wrought upon their enemies. Sam knew that he had to put an end to the gargoyles' reign of terror. He had never faced opponents as powerful as these before, but he was determined to prevail. He spent days studying the gargoyles' movements and habits, looking for any weakness that he could exploit. Finally, Sam came up with a plan. He would use his powers to manipulate the elements and create a massive storm, one that would batter the gargoyles with lightning and hail. As the storm raged, Sam charged into battle, his powers augmented by the fury of the elements. The battle was fierce, with the gargoyles putting up a tremendous fight, but in the end Sam emerged victorious, having vanquished the gargoyles and freed the land from their grip. As he continued on his journey, Sam encountered a new adversary in the form of a powerful witch from Tartaria. She was ancient, with eyes that glowed like embers and a voice that dripped with malice. She had been seeking Sam out, sensing his incredible powers and hoping to use them for her own nefarious purposes. The witch attacked Sam with a barrage of spells and curses, but he was able to use his powers to deflect them. The battle raged on for hours, with the witch throwing everything she had at Sam. But in the end, he was able to overpower her, sending her fleeing back to Tartaria. As Sam continued his journey, he knew that he was getting closer to his ultimate goal. He could sense that there was a greater purpose to his journey than simply helping those in need. He felt that he was destined for something greater, something that would change the course of the world forever. And then, one day, he arrived at his destination. It was a place of incredible power, a nexus of energy that had been hidden from the world for centuries. Sam knew that this was where he would find what he had been searching for. But as he stepped into the nexus, he was confronted by a powerful foe. It was the witch from Tartaria, returned to exact her revenge. She had been waiting for him, biding her time and gathering her strength, and now she was ready to face him once again. The battle was epic, with the two opponents trading blows that could level mountains, but in the end, it was Sam who emerged victorious. He had tapped into a wellspring of power that he had never known existed, and he used it to defeat the witch and banish her forever. As Sam stood there, looking out over the nexus of power, he knew that he had found what he had been seeking. He had discovered a new purpose in life, one that was greater than himself, and he knew that he would spend the rest of his days using his incredible powers to protect the world from those who would seek to do it harm. As Sam stood there, basking in the power of the Nexus, he sensed something coming. He could feel the ground tremble beneath his feet, and he could hear the distant rumble of thunder. But it was not natural thunder. It was the sound of something massive approaching. Sam knew that he had to act quickly. He looked out over the horizon and saw what was coming. It was an army of giants, towering hundreds of feet tall and brandishing weapons that were larger than entire buildings. Sam knew that he had to stop them. He had faced many challenges on his journey, but this was something altogether different. The giants were not like any creatures he had encountered before. They were not creatures of this world, but had come through portals from another dimension with only destruction on their minds. Sam could feel the heat of their breath and the tremors of their footsteps as they approached. He knew that he had to act quickly if he was to stop them. Sam called upon his powers, channeling the energy of the Nexus into a massive blast of pure energy. The blast was so powerful that it shook the very foundations of the world, and the giants were thrown back by its force. But Sam knew that this was not enough. He needed to find a way to close the portals through which the giants had come. He set out to find the portals, using his powers to track them down. As he journeyed through the land, he encountered many challenges. He had to cross treacherous rivers, navigate dense forests, and cross vast deserts. But he pressed on, knowing that the fate of the world depended on his success. Finally, he found the portals. They were located deep in a remote mountain range, protected by powerful magic. Sam knew that he would have to use all of his powers to close them. He channeled the energy of the Nexus into a massive burst of pure energy, unleashing it upon the portals. The magic protecting them shattered like glass, and the portals began to close. But the giants were not going down without a fight. They swarmed around Sam, their massive bodies slamming into him with the force of a meteor strike. Sam fought back, using his powers to blast them away, but it seemed like there was no end to their numbers. As the portals began to close, Sam knew that he had to act quickly. He focused his powers on the portals, using every ounce of his strength to force them closed. Finally, with a burst of pure energy, the portals closed. The giants were trapped in their own dimension, unable to return to this world. Sam looked out over the world, feeling the weight of what had just happened. He knew that the world would never be the same again, but he also knew that he had done what he could to protect it. Sam continued on his journey, knowing that there would always be new challenges to face and new dangers to overcome. But he also knew that he was not alone. He had the power of the Nexus at his back, and he would use it to protect the world for as long as he lived.
Thank you for watching today's episode of Heart of the Mountain. There will be new episodes of Heart of the Mountain each Thursday. Punishment Under the Dome is on Fridays. The Twisted World of Mr. Beastly is posted randomly Tuesdays through Saturdays. And of course, other creepypastas are posted randomly throughout the week. I hope you are all having a most excellent day.